Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I am Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our end of season reviews. This time we are doing it on none other than Allan. A little bit easier, a little bit better than some of the others. Allan has played quite a lot of games for the Blues this season. He has played, to be precise, 28 Premier League games. He's got 2 assists in that time, 7 yellows, 1 red. Going through some of his seasonal stats, started 25 of the games he's played in, was subbed in for the other 3. 2,183 minutes. He's got an expected goals of 0.3, but he's not that type of player. 2 assists, 15 chances created. Again, not your more creative player. 958 total passes. He has tried to dribble 31 times. 21 of them have come off successfully. 74 attempted tackles, 44 of them have come off successfully. 36 clearances and 23 interceptions. I have got some more interesting stats here because I think he's more of a defensive player. He's a lot more defensively orientated. He does dribble well, though. I always think this about Allan. He keeps the ball very close to his feet. He's very close touch dribbling. And he can win a couple of free kicks. I just think the way we've been using him is a lot more like just a solid CDM. Don't move, just win the ball, chase people down and get away from it. So this season as well, not only has he tackled well, he's 31 of those have been in the defensive third, 41 of his tackles come in the mid third, and 5 in the attacking third. So he doesn't press as high up the pitch, but in that middle of the park and dropping back he does, which is, like I said, a CDM, you'd expect him to be there. Realistically, he's tackled 26 dribblers, and he's got a tackle ratio, a percentage of 29.5. And he's been dribbled past 62 times. So he is susceptible to being dribbling past. But this is where he makes up for it. He's 648 pressures, 204 of them are successful. And he pressures, like I said, in the defensive third a little bit, but mainly in that midfield. He chases everything down in that midfield. And I don't think I need to tell you that by stats. If you just watch him play, you can sort of see that. Realistically, I actually quite like Allan. I don't think he's as bad as people make out. His progressive carries and his progressive passes per 90 are 4.37 and for both, which is in the percentile for the league. It's in the 66, 65 percentile of the league, which is absolutely brilliant to see. He's up. Bernardo Silva, for example, is the highest with 9.96 carries a game, and Allan is midway in that. The average is 4.04, so he's above the average for the league. Progressive passes is again is 4.09. He's slightly above that. This isn't just in the league. This is worldwide. That's in midfielders. It turns out Kimmich has the best passing. Yeah, you can see it's not just defensive. He has got a little bit more to his game than that, but I think for the way we've seen him more as a centre mid, CDM, faces everything down sort of player. I love him as well just because of his attitude. He's a bit like a pit bull or a terrier in midfield. He just chases you at the ankles, and just got a lot of energy. Before he joined us, he was more of your box-to-box midfielder. I don't think we've seen as much of that, whether that's age or, like I said, we're playing him in a different formation. It's a shame, though. I'd like to have seen him go a little bit more forward, have a little bit more freedom like he did at Napoli. But alas, he still does a good job for us. He hasn't played in the last 4 games of the league, though, which is rumoured that he might be leaving. I'd be a bit gutted if he left, but he's 31 years old. If a team came in and offered us a good amount of money, maybe it's time to cash in now. We don't want him to get to 33, be completely, past it and still playing and taking a wage. He does look tired at times this season. I've noticed he looks a bit tired, a bit unenergetic. So maybe it is time that we push Allan onto pastures new. I'll be gutted to see him go, but I think realistically, if you take the heart out of it, if a good offer came in, it's the sensible thing to do, really, isn't it? This season, I think his best game for us was probably Brighton and Hove Albion back in August, 28th of August. For me, he was really good there. He got one of those 2 assists, 94% pass accuracy, 3 chances created, 49 touches, accurate crosses of 100%, 50% long balls, won 80% of his tackles, 2 clearances, 1 interception, 7 recoveries, and was only dribbled past 4 times. He won 45% of his ground duels, none of his aerial, but he's not a very tall fella. This game, it highlights what I'm saying about the ball progression. Obviously, we know he's a good defensive midfielder. We've seen that. We've seen that under Ancelotti. We've seen that under Rafa Benitez and Frank Lampard this season. But that game against Brighton highlighted sort of how far he can go forward if you give him that energy and you give him that potential. Like I say, he's created a lot of chances. I don't think I've seen him create a lot of chances this season. Half of that is because of the squad he's playing in as well. I've not seen a lot of players create a lot this season. For a guy who we're all thinking is like a 6, is quite impressive. Well, for me anyway, I thought it was quite an impressive sort of outing for Allan. Other than that, he played well against Brentford in the FA Cup. I was quite impressed with that performance from him as well. And there's one more I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. It might have been Leeds as well at the start of the season, or the 0-0 draw with Tottenham Hotspur. I think he played well in I think that weird Tottenham Hotspur. He's played well in both of those games. I think the talking point with Allan, like I said, is should he stay or should he go? For the age, depending on the transfer fee we get, I think it might be time to let him go. I think we can get ball-winning defenders who can progress the ball. I think we can get them again. I think there are some good options out there, so maybe it's a point of looking at them, seeing what's about, trying to get them involved. You know, there's Sanga at PSV, for instance. He's a very good player. And Shabamin is, even if he can stay fit, is meant to be that type of player. For me, it's the age. I think Allan, I'd have loved him when he was 27, 28. Unfortunately, we had him for the twilight years of his career. I'd have loved a prime Allan. He'd have been fantastic under the right coach. But that's the way football is, isn't it? So it's better to have had him and him contribute this season than, not to have had him in the last season under Ancelotti, who I know quite liked him. But that is all I've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your thoughts on Allan. How do you feel about him? Like I said, I really like him. I rate him as a midfielder very highly. He's the exact type of player I like. Tenacious, loves a good tackle, not scared of a 50-50. But when he wins the ball, he can do something with it. He can carry it. He can progressively pass it. He's very much my type of player. It's more the tenacity he has. But yeah, how do you feel about him? And the big one, do you think if the right offer came in, say now 20 million, do you think we should sell Allan in the summer? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys very soon.